Well, good morning YouTube. Welcome back to day 4 of the double table saw bench. I'm Gary Adams and let's get started. Okay, I've made this blast gate. You can see here, push it through there. I've got to put stops on it as yet. So I've made one of these to see how it would work, and it seems to be good. I've used Perspex, 1/4 inch thick Perspex, because I had some floating about. I've used some old oak flooring, like laminate flooring, so it's got about 1/8 of an inch of oak on here, which is quite a nice smooth surface and flat. Then I've sandwiched it with another piece of 1/4 inch Perspex, then a spacer with Perspex, then another piece, so that you get the mating surfaces of Perspex, so it slides. Because I tried it with the oak without the Perspex and it didn't seem to slide, even though it was a really smooth surface, and I couldn't get a nice flat seal. So this way's worked for me. So basically, I'll take this one out. I've cut the timber the same size as the outside of the pipe, and then the sandwich part in the middle with the Perspex I've cut to the inside diameter of the pipe. So the idea is this bit of pipe can go in and sit against it, so I can mastic it all in, and it will seal at the bottom to locate it, and it will seal around the outside. And then obviously when I mount it to the bench, it's going to have some sort of other reinforcement to hold it all in position, some sort of bracket. So I'll do that as well, but I'll show you how I got to this stage, and hopefully it all works. Got to put a little stop on this, and I'll put this one's a bit bigger this side, so I can have a handle or something, a stop on there. Right, so it can all be operated from one side. Although it slides easy, as you can see, there's not really any air gap as such. There's no wiggle there at all, side to side. But the idea is, if it's sucking, it's going to pull that down onto the pipe anyway when it's shut, and obviously when it's open it's just going to go through freely. So I'll show you how I got there. Okay then, first of all, this is the board I'm using. This is quite smooth, this is oak. It's one of them engineered floorings, so I had some left over, so I use that. So it's quite smooth, but not smooth enough for what I want, but they're quite flat. So, 2 of them, then we got 2 of these bits of Perspex, so they'll go, obviously cut to the different sizes at the moment, that'll go on there. Then the obvious, put 1 of them in there, 1 of them in there, and then we got, I've got 1 of these cut somewhere. What one was it? This one. Once I take the label off this side, be alright. Yeah, this has got the film on it, so what I do is I take it off on the slider, but on these parts, to give me a little bit of clearance, I'm going to leave it on them. So it's only a minuscule amount. Might have to put a little piece of sandpaper in between here and the next one. So then we've got that one there. And then this one, we'll sandwich them, so you get the idea. And then obviously holes through the middle. So what we'll do is we'll start off by locating them by screwing them together first of all, so we can get a nice fit, and a centre hole, so you've got a good way of locating it all. So let's get cracking. Lovely. And we'll put a piece of that on, one of these in, then one of them in, then one of these in, then one of these in. Okay, so we've got all them screwed together, sandwiched together, and this is quite a nice fit. So, next up, leave it a little bit over at this edge, yeah, so you can see it there, maybe about a quarter of an inch, doesn't matter that much. And then we'll mark out the middle and get a pilot hole through the whole lot. How cold it is. Oh, it's freezing. Things we do for YouTube. Okay, so I've marked out the middle, and that's where we're going to draw a hole. It is so cold. Okay, well that was quite hard work trying to drill that out. As you can see, we've got quite a few burn marks in there, but it doesn't matter because it's coming out bigger. But at least we've got to start off. Okay, now we've got to set up the router and make the hole bigger. Okay, what I've done is I've got an old piece of MDF and I've routed out a hole so that that fits nice and snug in it, like a bit of pipe. And then I'm going to use that as a template. Just make sure we've got the right height. That's still clear everything, and then we'll start routing that out. Right, here we go. So there we go. We have a circle, and hopefully it'll still be a nice fit on that. That's not too bad. Right, we'll take that off that, then we'll screw this bit back to the other half to get the perfect alignment, and then we'll router it again, and you use this as the pattern. Okay, we've now got the other piece just tacked on, screwed on, so we can now copy that one. Make sure it's lined up still. Looks pretty good. Off we go. That's that done. So now we'll put it back together and then we'll router out the perspex. Now what we're going to do on this one is we're going to swap the bearing for a bigger one, and it happens to be just the right size for the thickness of the pipe. So it will cut a smaller hole by copying around here on the perspex. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's routed that out. So if you can see that, leaving a lip. So it goes in this one and it will sit. So it makes it all nice and flush to the inside of the pipe. So all we've got to do now is the insert gate. I've put the slider in, and obviously we've got to open that one up now. Left it a bit over, marking taped it up into position. Little tip, if you're going to use this duct tape, put a bit of masking tape on first, because it sticks to this and it leaves a residue. It's really hard to get off. So that should be pretty firm. Had to put a piece of sandpaper in there as well, as a little spacers, because it got a bit tight. So this is now allowing it to slide nicely. So we'll get on and router. This one. Take that off. And here we go. So once I set a stop, be there, job done. There, job done. Lovely. That's another one done. So now we've got to set a bit of piping, one each side. Okay, so I'll see you when they're done. Pleased with that. So here we got number 2 with their blast gates and the trap for the sawdust to go down. Oh, it's looking pretty good. The handles on it. Just got to install it onto the bench now. Let's see if I get time to do that tonight. And that one down there as well. Where are you? There it is. Just got to put the handles on it.